I think initially when you introduced yourself, right, you mentioned about this zero fee trading concept. Other exchanges has also started to offer zero fee trading. Do you guys see that as a threat?
Yeah, this is a really interesting observation, right? So if you think back to the peak mania of the bull run last year, what was happening, right, was we were having a real influx of money and people into the space. There were like any number of tokens every day that were soaring in value. There were like opportunities like everywhere for people to make money. And I think in that time, exchanges didn't have to worry about charging fees, or they didn't have to worry about turning off the fee switch, because there was just like there was so many users that this was not an issue, right? People were making so much money. Why does it matter if, for instance, on my swap I'm being charged like a 0.1% fee? A lot of people kind of didn't mind that, but I think now obviously the market is cooling off. It's no longer frothy. A lot of traders, a lot of individuals have either been wrecked in the bull run, or they're taking a break, right? As the market is essentially receding, they are leaving the scene completely, abandoning it. And I think this has now probably put more power into the hands of traders, investors, as they're looking at exchanges and they're thinking, kind of like lining them up and thinking like, what is it that you can offer me, right? When we have what is becoming an increasingly competitive landscape with more and more exchanges like cropping up all the time. I can think of like loads where I look at them and I think they're in a way very similar. All they have really is like maybe like a tiny difference in fees. The UI looks slightly different. Like why should I put this exchange over this exchange? And I think what a lot of exchanges have therefore done is they've tried to essentially differentiate themselves from the masses, right? Through what I would maybe even call marketing ploys, which is, what we'll do is we'll turn off fees. And this is a great way to like garner interest and entice people over. But the thing I think that we have to remember here is like a lot of these exchanges, whilst they're doing this, it's only temporary because their business models are literally built around taking money from their traders. This is how they generate revenue. So what exchanges are doing is they're actively foregoing taking profits right now. And that's not sustainable. They can't do this forever. So from our standpoint, it's not, I don't think we see it as a threat so much as we see it as something that was inevitable. We always believed that the markets mature, markets become more efficient, and what it is essentially a race to the bottom in terms of fees. If you look at how every other kind of market has operated, fees tend to go towards zero. And this is why we built a zero fee model, is because we knew that this was eventually where it would end up. And we've just tried to position ourselves in such a way that we're ahead of the curve. So this is something that we, this is where Woo shines, because it can do this indefinitely. This isn't just like a ploy to get people to trade on us for a couple of months. We want to provide this for people so that they can trade for life with zero fees, So TLDR, we just don't see it too much as a threat, Meina.
Great.